Hi guys, my name is Rohan, and this documentary is about the effects of social media in society. The impact of social media in our society: almost a quarter of the world's population is now on Facebook. In Asia, nearly 90% of all internet users are on this platform because social media network feed of interactions among people. They become more powerful as they grow. And those people find one another via social media. They can do things such as create memes, publication, an entire online world that bolster their worldwide and then break into the mainstreams. Without social media, social, ethical, environmental, and political error would have minimal visibility. Increased visibility of issues has shifted the balance of power from the hands of a few to the masses. Social media is also slowly killing real activism and replacing it with slacktivism. While social media activism brings an increased awareness about societal issues, questions remain as to whether this awareness is translating into real life. Some argue that social sharing has encouraged people to use computers and mobile phones to express their concerns on social issues without actually having to engage actively with campaigns in real life. Their support is limited to pressing the like button or share content. The challenges of social media is relatively a newer technology. It is a little difficult to establish its long-term good and bad consequences. However, multiple researchers have concluded a strong relationship between heavy use of social media platform with an increase of risk of depression, self-harm, anxiety, and loneliness. Fear of missing out, long use of social media platform make you addicted to check out what other people are doing. FOMO is an exacerbated feeling that other people are living better or having more fun compared with you. This feeling makes you check your notifications every second just to make yourself feel better. Cyberbullying: teenagers need to be fit in, to be popular, and to outdo others. The process was challenging long before the advent of social media. Add Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram into the mix, and you suddenly having teenagers subjected to feeling pressure to grow up too fast in an online world. The Cyberbullying Institution 2019 survey of US middle and high school students found that over 36% report having been cyberbullied at some point in their life, with 30% having been victimized twice or more. Teenagers can misuse social media platforms to spread rumors, share videos aimed at destroying reputations, and to blackmail others. Hi Divya, how are you?
I'm doing good, Rohan. How about you?
Good, thank you. So, thank you for coming, first of all, and thank you for the slot. So, I have about 10 questions. Before we go to the questions, can you introduce yourself?
Well, my name is Tivia Dr. Jaidevan. I'm from Universities of Malaya and I'm in Diploma of Human Resource Management. So I'm going to finish my Human Resource Management of Diploma in another 1 month of time. So,
Okay, wow. Okay, so that's really nice. So, we'll go to the questions. You can give your honest opinion on my questions. So, my first question for you is: what is social media for you?
social media is a interactive platform where you could interact with each and other who is staying a long distance or short distance from you. From here, you may learn lots of aspects in positive manner or in also in negative manner. Those effective conversation, effective sharings of video photographies in social media will actually impact your mindset and also your living lifestyle as well. That is my understanding on social media.
Okay. So, my second question is, are you a social media person?
I am slightly a social media person, as I always use social media for scrolling beneficial videos such as cooking videos, very challenging competitive videos which will impact my ability of communication and also thinking skills, such as when it comes to a talk which is posted in social media. I would listen to the talk well and understand what are the elements is covered in the video, and then observe each and every participants in the video on what are the topics that is covered, on what is the actual lesson learned that I'm gaining throughout the posts and videos that is shared by others.
Okay. So, my third question is, how long do you spend on social media in a day?
I rarely spend on social media because I'm quite scheduled up with my university studies as well. So I use TikTok for 1 to 2 hours in a day or less than that. Due to stress free, I might spend my time on it. As I scroll some of the videos, I tend to release my stress, and it will be a part of my hobby too.
Okay. So, how often do you post on social media and why?
I post on social media 6 months once because I always have this mindset on whenever I begin to post on something on social media, I want the new generation, the upcoming generation, or the scrollers of my social media account should gain something knowledgeable, something interesting, positive feelings on my post as well. Because whenever I post, I will post regarding on how should the new generations should develop themselves in this coming up society, such as how to actually emphasize on green life environment, how to stop cyberbullying, how to stop gangsterism, how should new generation avoid involving in such negative activities which will actually impact negatively on their mental health and also in their characteristics as well.
Okay. So, have you ever been cyberbullied?
Yes, I've been cyberbullied once, as I was randomly stalked by someone who is unknown person from different other countries. One of the girl was I never know age or name or her background of it. Yeah, so she randomly stalked my account, and finally she did hacked my account, and she bullied me with some unethical, immoral words, and she were asking some amount of money in order to relieve my hacked account. So in that moment, I began to think logical and think straight, which means that social media, everything that we see in social media is not real. Everything that we scroll on social media will not be as beautiful as how we see, because in reality life there are lots of ups and downs, and there are lots of hidden secrets behind it. So whenever we are begin to communicate with someone in social media or trying to adapt something on social media, we need to actually analyze some sort of things as facts before we actually believe on it or involving ourselves on it.
Yeah. So, do you trust on users from other countries after had a chat with you? Like after I had a chat with you, oh, stalk your account?
I will never believe anyone who is randomly starting a conversation with me through social media account, because I never know their background. I never been communicating with them, and I never been knowing what is their actual background, because some of them will be having a negative intention towards us. Even the moment before we respond to their message as well. So whenever I receive all those message from unknown users, I would rather ignore, or I would see what is the actual needs or conversation is all about. What should I answer for it, or should I avoid it as well? So I would advise that better we avoid with unknown users, or unlawful comments or unlawful texts which we receive through social media accounts, because that will impact our own image, and also our belief on trusting people, because the aspect on believing on people is very essential. We should know who to believe, and we should know who to avoid.
Yeah, that's true. So, next question would be, what are the negative impact of social media on youngsters?
So there are lots of negative impacts that social media will ruin in youngsters' life, especially when it comes to social media addictiveness. Many of TikTokers, they couldn't be without their phone. They will be so addicted with their phone until they forget to do what is their priorities, what is their routines. They forget to do all that. So these kind of negative impacts, especially when it comes to mental health, it will lead to psycho as well, because in many countries there are lots of social media addictors who tend to suicide, and also been through in lots of depression, mental health issues, as they couldn't live without gadget, and they always couldn't detach from communicating in social media and also sharing their upcoming lifestyles. They would feel so depressed and so wanting to always comment, share their lifestyle towards others, as how they see, they be what they are. They be what they see. Sorry.
Yes, true.
Yes.
So, talking about the addicts and stuff, long use of social media platform makes you addicted to checking out what other people are doing. Like some people, they like to check their phone frequently, each and every seconds, each and every 2 minutes or 5 minutes once. They always take their phone, check their WhatsApp or Instagram, that. So, what do you think about that?
Yes, when it comes to human brain, right, our cerebrum will release a sense of dopamine, dopamine feel of always wanting to do it. They will be addicted on something which will not give them any benefits. They would tend to like it. They would tend to do it repetitively, as they couldn't stop it. It will be a negative living lifestyles, living habits, or even lifestyles. Our habits will change into lifestyle. So we should know how to control our habits when it comes to social media. We should set time. We should know what is the benefit of scrolling on social media, and what will the negative impacts that we will face if we overuse social media than doing our actual routine tasks.
Yeah. Okay.
That's good. So, lastly, what are the advice you would like to give to our society?
So the best advice I would give to our society, especially this new generation, is please do observe the reality of lifestyle. We should know the reality of lifestyle is not as beautiful as how you see in social media. In social media, things are edited, things are changed, things are cheated because, especially emphasizing on this new generation, the new generation are attracted to interesting new things, which is attractive, which is beautiful, which is nice. They will tend to believe that this life is so beautiful as how they see. But in other way, they should know how should bring up their own lifestyle without involving social media as well, because there are lots of methods where we need to learn physically, where we need to learn hands-on activities rather than just checking on social media, posting, and seeking for fames in social media as well.
Yeah. Thank you once again, Divya, and thank you for coming. And that's all the question I have for you. So, see you. Bye bye.
Thank you so much, Rohan, and I appreciate all of your questions. All of those questions is very beneficial for this generation as well, because social media is very vital. There are lots of things that should be covered in social media talks, conversations. New generation should actually know the reality, understand it, adapt it, and live accordingly. That is my message to all of you all.
Thank you so much. See you. Bye bye.
Yeah, thank you.